So welcome. I am so excited to be back here with you all this week. I'm just gonna get my screen all set up here. And now let's get started. So thank you so much for joining me. My name is Amy Bancroft, and this is the second part of a 7-part education series that is focused on how essential oils can support you and your family's health. And I am super excited about today's topic, essential oils and personal care, because personal care is what I've dedicated my life to. And just this last week, I actually wrote a blog called Why Yoga and Oils. So please, if you want to learn a little bit more about my background, where I've come from, the work that I've done in owning a natural health clinic and studying yoga for almost 20 years, please, I encourage you to read that so you can understand where I'm coming from. Because we are going to focus on essential oils today, but like usual, if you know me, I always bring my yoga foundation into what I offer you. So a little bit more about myself, because I don't know all of you who are joining us from out there. I am a huge user of essential oils. I'm extremely passionate about natural health care and especially the heart of yoga. And I think that having proactive daily self-care rituals are the biggest support in creating lives that are deeply healthy and meaningful and rich in all aspects of our life. So I'm very grateful. I've got 2 children and my little urban garden sanctuary, affectionately known as Studio 108 in Santa Barbara, California. And I'm so blessed to have an incredible community of people in my life, from my family and then also my yoga and my oils communities around the world, where these health professionals and wellness advocates and yogis are dedicated to supporting you in your own path, your own journey to find the tools that are going to most support you in your own personal care. So I'm here to be of service to you in your education and help you create your own daily rituals and self-care habits that really will help you to cultivate inner peace and resilience. So today, I am going to offer you a little bit of yoga philosophy because, as I said, during these webinars, it's the little things that we do, one breath, one practice, one drop at a time, that really helps us embrace our life on a moment-to-moment basis. And my hope for you is that you know that you are inherently perfect and that you are completely supported. So coming from that place, I hope that what I offer you here can be useful for you. So today we're going to talk about the benefits of using essential oils for your personal care, and specifically how essential oils can help your skin care and oral care, as well as a few other hygienic needs. And whether you're a pro at using essential oils or if you're just getting started, incorporating essential oils is a really easy and wonderful way to use these gifts of the earth to support your daily beauty and hygiene routines. Now, I do want to be clear also about the word beauty, because we're not talking about beauty from an external appearance only, which is wanting to look better for the sake of others. I really want to support you in creating inner beauty that really comes from a place of feeling good from the inside out. And so with that, I want to just have a really quick little recap about last week. We talked about this essential oil chemistry wheel. And I highly recommend, if you haven't received this yet, register for this webinar and you will get sent this, and you'll also get sent this 82-page book that goes in depth about the chemistry of all of the oils. And this has been edited by doTERRA's Dr. David Hill, who is just a brilliant man. So you can have access to those. And like always, I really encourage you to dive in and share these with your healthcare practitioners that you might be working with. Now, we're going to start talking about personal care today by looking at how doTERRA looks at wellness and why you would use essential oils in your personal care. So this is doTERRA's lifestyle pyramid, and we're looking here really at the big picture of wellness in our lives. And again, if you know me or if you've already been working with me, you know that when we start looking at this pyramid together, what I always add in at the very bottom here for your foundation is do your yoga. So hopefully, if you're working with me, you're doing your yoga practice as well as looking at these different aspects of the big picture of wellness in your life. So there is this one little bit of yoga that I want to offer you here at the very beginning, because I know many of you already have some sort of self-care practice that you do and that you love. And if you have that, that's fabulous. And when I'm talking about yoga, I'm really talking about this simple breathing and moving practice, and this simple inhaling from above and exhaling from below, and letting your breath be your movement, letting your breath be your body movement, literally, and then allowing the breath to begin and end your movements. And when you do these simple things and learn how to obey your breath, and understanding that your breath is your life force and that your breath cannot cheat you, so you learn how to do this simple breathing and moving practice on a daily basis in the privacy of your own home, allowing your body's needs and capabilities to be your guide. And you do it every day, just like you brush your teeth and you take a shower. And when this happens, you become very sensitive to your body's ever-changing needs. And this sensitivity is what is so important to your personal care, both physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. When we become deeply sensitive to our heart space, to our core, to all of these aspects of our physical being, and how our breath is informing us of what's going on all of these levels of our being, this is when we can really awaken to caring for ourselves in a very deep way. So again, I suggest your yoga practice create this foundation, and then from here we focus on our diet and nutrition, and then how much exercise and movement we have on a daily basis, how we manage our stress and our sleep habits, how we reduce being exposed to toxins on a daily basis within our household self-care and cleaning products, and then how confident do we feel in knowing how to care for special needs when they arrive, when acute conditions arrive. And then finally, do we have a trusted health professional in our life who can really work with us to empower our choices in our healthcare? Because all of these are so important for us to integrate together. So on all of these levels, essential oils can be supportive. And I love to use essential oils to support me because they are pure, they're safe, they're non-toxic, they're easy to use, they're affordable to incorporate into your daily routine, and they're highly beneficial. So as we begin, I'm going to highlight, this is my daily self-care routine. So I am going to weave in a little bit of some Ayurvedic techniques for self-care that I use. Again, Ayurveda is this ancient system that yoga and essential oils are and have been a part of for millennia. So when I get up in the morning, the first thing that I do is I scrape my tongue. I want to remove all the toxins that have accumulated in my mouth at night. And then after I do that, I go and I brush my teeth. And this is our On Guard toothpaste here. And then after that, I'll often go and get something warm to drink. And I love using lemon essential oil to gently detoxify. We're actually doing a cleanse right now. I'm on day 25 We'll talk about that a little bit later on. But starting with lemon water in the morning also is a really great way to gently detoxify the body. But then I'll go and I'll do my yoga practice right away, first thing in the morning. And then after that, I generally have a shower. And about every third day, I wash my hair with our shampoo and conditioner here. And I use this root to tip serum and this healthy whole hair glaze, helps these curls stay nice and luscious. And then sometimes I love using this grapefruit and peppermint invigorating scrub on my skin. It's beautiful. And then I love the Virage skincare line. This is my absolute favorite skincare lines, and I've been really picky with my skin over the years. So this is a cleanser, a toner, moisturizer, and the Immortelle hydrating serum. And then we also have these other skincare lines that I use once in a while when I need to. So HD Clear is really great if I've got any little spots that are coming out. Sometimes they might be hormonal. My son is using this now as he's starting to hit puberty. So really great for little acne spots or blemishes. And then this one here is the Essential Skincare line. This tends to be for slightly more mature skin. It has a tightening cream in here. And again, a beautiful moisturizer and toner and cleanser. So these are beautiful for our skincare. The Virage, again, is my all-time favorite. But I also, when I'm in the shower, this is all part of our spa line. So this is our body soap. And then when I get out, I love to make either a coconut oil base or a sesame oil base, and put other essential oils in, and we'll talk about which ones are great for skincare. So I love to do this self-massage. And self-massage, again, Ayurvedically, is a very important part of how we care for ourselves. And if you're interested, there is a fabulous book by Deepak Chopra called Perfect Health. And I read this book when I was about 19 years old, and it really helped instill some of these beautiful Ayurvedic practices that I've found so nourishing over the years. So massaging the body on a daily basis with an oil base that's right for your dosha, and then adding the essential oils in is beautiful. But when I'm on the go and I'm traveling, I love this body butter and these lotions here. And then if I really want to pamper myself some days, this is a mud mask. So once in a while, that needs to happen. And then on days when I'm feeling a little bit sore, if my muscles or my joints are feeling achy, or especially if I'm menstruating and I might have some low back tension, Deep Blue is my all-time favorite go-to. This really helps with the sore muscles and joints. And we're going to talk about this more in the webinar on fitness. Now, after I use Deep Blue, I always make sure to wash my hands because you definitely don't want to get that in your eyes. So this is our soap, which is part of our On Guard household cleaning range. And so I also have our laundry detergent, our concentrated cleaner, and these things are used in our house throughout the day. Now, before I walk out the door, I always make sure to use this deodorant. Sometimes I like to add a drop of geranium or two. We'll talk about that a little bit more later on. And then Correctex here, this is fabulous. I love to work in the garden. So if you get any little scrapes and also on your cuticles, if they get quite dry, the Correctex is really great to add an ointment to those areas. And now, the Lifelong Vitality Pack, we are going to have a whole talk about this on the last week of this webinar series, because I'm going to go into great detail as to what a complete foundation our Lifelong Vitality Pack provides for our overall personal care and nourishment. So this is a vital part of creating that inner beauty and wellness that then is able to shine through. So as we move into a few more specific areas, the first thing that I want to focus on today is going to be skincare. So many essential oils have powerful cleansing and purifying properties due to their chemical makeup, and that makes them great for maintaining clean skin. Certain oils are very soothing, like lavender. They're great for using topically on the skin, especially if you ever burn yourself. Or if you have any little blemishes or irritations. One of my favorite one for blemishes, I mentioned the HD Clear before, but also Balance, which is known as our grounding blend. We'll talk about the oils that are in there in just a minute. So there's other things like myrrh, which is great for moisturizing and toning the skin, reducing the appearance of wrinkles and fine lines. We can also look at using blue tansy and frankincense and rose, which will all help promote a healthy and glowing complexion. So no matter what your skincare needs are, you can find a very unique and powerful, very personalized routine that is going to help you the best. Now, when we do use essential oils on our skin, these are some very important tips to remember. So because the skin is such a sensitive and delicate part of the body, it's important that we really honor these guidelines. So first of all, you always want to make sure that the oils you're using have been approved for topical use. So carefully do read those. And specifically, I want to point out these hotter oils here. So cassia, cinnamon, clove, cumin, oregano, thyme, and then there are oil blends like Slim and Sassy and On Guard that have some of those oils in there. So you want to be careful, very, very careful when using these on the skin, because these really can burn you if they're not diluted. Now, the other thing to be aware of with the use of oils topically is if an oil is going to create sensitivity from the sun or UV exposure. So the citrus oils are particularly known for causing that type of sin sensitivity, and it can really cause an irritation or a rash if you use a citrus oil on your skin and you are exposed to that light or that UV exposure within 12 hours. So one of the best ways to use the citrus oils on the skin is to use them in the evening. If you want to put them on areas of your body that will be exposed to the sun, you can use it in the evening, so then you get the benefits all throughout the night. And then the next morning, I definitely suggest washing that area again before you begin your day. And it is very important, again, to think about some of the blends that we use, such as Aroma Touch. It has grapefruit in it. In Tune, which I love to use for focus. It also has lime in it. And then things like Elevation, which is about 5 or 6 different citrus oils all together. Those are things that you definitely want to be careful with. Now, one other thing, because I mentioned the lifelong vitality in the last slide, I want to just mention that in our omega complex, which is one of those supplements in there, there is an ingredient called astaxanthin. And astaxanthin is actually an algae that is cultivated in water, and it photosynthesizes the sunlight. And so again, that lifelong vitality, will go into great detail with it, but that's another way of how we can support our skin's protective abilities and resilience, literally from the inside out. So let's move on. I want to show you here, this is a dilution chart. So now this is a very conservative dilution chart also. You'll find a lot of different information out there online. I always want to err on the side of caution with diluting, especially if we're working with children or the elderly that definitely have more sensitive skin. So you can use these ratios here to create blends and roller bottles that make it easy to apply the oils in a diluted way, so that you can use these oils with very strong chemistries that have very strong benefits for the body, and you can be very safe. And this is also where having a book like, this is my favorite one, this is the Essential Life book. There's also Modern Essentials. Having a book like this or a reference chart, these are excellent things to go to. Now, I also just wanted to highlight that the fractionated coconut oil that we recommend using when we dilute, all that simply means is that the long chain fatty acid has been removed so that the coconut stays soluble. And coconut oil in general is very safe for pretty much everyone to use, and there's no odor to it. So it's lovely to use with the essential oils because it allows the aroma of the essential oils to really carry through. Now, the last thing I want to say about using them topically is that if you ever do have a reaction with the oil and you are starting to notice there's some sort of irritation happening, please don't go and try and wash it off just with water, because what happens is that actually tends to push the oil even deeper into the layers of the skin. What will be most effective is to actually get something like the fractionated coconut oil or another carrier oil and put that onto that area that's irritated, and that will actually help dilute that essential oil on top of the skin. So very important little note. Now here are some of our new essential oils that were just released this last year at our convention. These are incredible. Blue tansy here. I love this one. I call this our Smurf oil because it really is blue. So this is beautiful. Just like all these oils, you can add a drop or two of these into your moisturizers, and that's a really nice way to also dilute them and incorporate them into your skincare. But blue tansy will leave your skin with a little bit of a bluish hue. So using that at night allows the skin then to return to a more normal color. And it's not crazy blue, but it also has a really gorgeous aroma, which is kind of fruity and woody and balsamic-y. And it's great for reducing the appearance of blemishes as well. So copaiba, this is also one that is great for warming the body and promoting clear, smooth skin while reducing the appearance of lines. And then the three queens here, these are known as I call them the three queens because they all came out together. And neroli here in the center, this is actually my most favorite oil because the side benefits, again, that come from using these oils are profound. And so I first used neroli to just experience the benefits on my skin topically. And I woke up in the middle of the night that night so excited with so much joy that I wanted to tell my friend right away about this wonderful thing that happened in my dream. And it's the first and only time that I've ever woken myself up from a dream because I was so happy. So that was a really cool experience. So all of these are really excellent, again, for reducing the appearance of blemishes, smoothing and soothing the skin, and really helping regenerate the cells that can be so easily damaged on a daily basis. So now we're going to talk about hair and essential oils that will benefit your hair. And you know, many of the same chemical properties that make the oils useful for cleansing and purifying the skin also make them very useful for cleaning the hair and scalp. So they can be easily applied to your hair care routine, and they'll give you a really refreshed and clean feeling, and at the same time promote soft, shiny hair that helps maintain this really nourished look with healthy strands of hair. So one of the Ayurvedic treatments also that I highly recommend involves scalp massages. And again, not only because it's a very inviting aroma, and so the emotional benefits that come with that, but they also will be deeply restorative to the brain and leave the scalp looking and feeling very clean. So two of my favorite oils that I use on a daily basis are rosemary, which I love also because it literally gives brain support, and it's great for also helping promote hair growth. And then I also love frankincense because, as we know, it's excellent for pretty much everything, but it's also excellent for memory. So again, literally applying this to your scalp, helping your brain in its function, also simultaneously is supporting your hair in looking and feeling really luxurious. So here are some of the top oils that we can recommend for using in your hair care. So geranium, rosemary, clary sage, sandalwood, jasmine, ylang ylang, Roman chamomile, peppermint, and melaleuca. And melaleuca with hair care and children is really helpful. My children's schools have had unfortunately too many outbreaks of lice, and melaleuca is fabulous to just put around the backs of their necks as they're headed off to school, and obviously tie their hair up if it's long. But this is great at preventing lice. Again, melaleuca is the oil of energetic boundaries, so you're literally creating a protective barrier that the lice don't want to even come near. So once you've chosen an essential oil that benefits your hair, there are several different ways to incorporate this oil into your daily routine. So you can add a few drops to your shampoo and conditioner. And of course, if you're using our Salon Essentials hair care line, it already has beautiful blends of essential oils in there, but you can add your own in if you'd like. So that's one way that you can bring these in for your hair care. Another way is to get a little spray bottle and fill it with a few ounces of water, and then combine a few drops of an essential oil and spray this onto the ends of your hair, particularly in the roots is a great place. If you put it in the ends, you're actually, you can make it look and feel a little bit oily. So one of the things you can do if you really want to do your whole head of hair is do this once or twice a week in the evening, is to really give yourself a beautiful scalp massage, or see if a loved one can do this for you. It's very sweet and nourishing. So if you do this in the evening and then you go to bed and allow that oil to stay on your head throughout the evening, and then wash your hair the next morning in the shower, you'll really notice a difference. And then your hair also won't look or feel oily or greasy. So those are a few tips for hair care. And now let's talk about oral hygiene. So the benefits of using essential oils in our oral hygiene are some of the same reasons why we use them with the others, is that they can really promote cleansing and maintaining healthy teeth and gums by their purifying and soothing properties. So we talked about the toothpaste that I use every day. That's beautiful. That has our On Guard oil in it with clove and wild orange, which are beautiful for helping clean the mouth. You can also make very simple mouth washes or even have them in gum. And so this can really transform all of these routines that you use on a daily basis. So in Ayurveda, there's also a technique known as oil pulling. And this is an excellent way to remove toxins from the mouth and gums and teeth. And it involves swishing about a tablespoon of oil. The fractionated coconut oil is great. So you can switch that around in your mouth for about 15 to 20 minutes and add your essential oil of choice in here. And this can really help to deeply pull out the toxins that accumulate more in the gum area and even down by the roots. So this can help really pull that out, and that way it helps really relieve bad breath and gingivitis and gum inflammation, while also reducing cavities and whitening teeth at the same time. So some of the best oils to use in oral hygiene, coriander, cilantro, cinnamon, clove, fennel, frankincense, helichrysum, juniper berry, lime, peppermint, spearmint. These are all beautiful to use in any sort of mouthwash or in that oil pulling, or if you even make your own toothpaste. Now, also during the day, I love using peppermint, spearmint, and sometimes cinnamon just to help promote fresh breath during the day. And what I also love is that, remember, all of these oils have side benefits. So spearmint, I'm actually using right now because it's also the oil of wisdom and helps with communication. Peppermint, I often use in the afternoon when I'm starting to feel a little lethargic, starting to get a little tired sometimes in the afternoon. Peppermint will also really help wake you up. And then cinnamon is great for regulating our blood sugar. So these are just some of the ways that not only can we be supporting our oral hygiene, but be supporting other aspects of our physical and emotional well-being. So here are a few little recipes. Now, again, if you have registered for the webinar, you will receive a free ebook that has a lot of beautiful recipes for Epsom salt baths and razor relief serums and essential oil perfumes and deodorant blends. And this is a really beautiful sugar scrub. I've made some of these in the past and just love doing this. It's so easy. You can make these as little gifts for people as well. And then this one is Divine, a geranium hair mask that you can try. Very simple: eggs, olive oil, geranium, and a little bit of honey there. So a few of the other ways before we wrap it up here that you can use the essential oils is in showering and bathing. So when you take a shower, you can also just place a drop of essential oil into the pathway of the water, out of the pathway of the water, so that you get that nice aroma in the shower as it steams up. You can also place it on a little cotton ball. That's a really nice way to do it. Then you can also have a bath with the essential oils. And very important to know when you're taking a bath with the oils is that you must put the Epsom salts into a separate bowl and then add the essential oils to the Epsom salts and mix it all together and then throw it in the bath. And that way the essential oil is emulsified and it doesn't just sit on the top of the water. And this is really important, again, if you're using these hot oils, because otherwise when you enter the water, that oil has direct contact with your skin. It's not diluted because it's in water, and so you would burn yourself. So very important to have your Epsom salt baths with the oils and emulsify the oils in the water that way. Now, one last thing is that there is an abundance of beautiful recipes online for making your own DIY creams and scrubs and sunscreens and body butters and masks. There's so much out there, almost everything you could possibly imagine. So I encourage you to have fun experimenting and creating products and self-care routines that you really love, and also learn more about some of those product lines that I showed you at the very beginning here, because these are designed to really support you. These have been created in a way that you can just order them and enjoy their benefits. So I highly encourage you to check those out. Now, before I sign off, I want to show you the yoga collection as well. I want to bring it back to my roots, because like I said at the beginning, I believe that your yoga practice is your best foundation. And these 3 oil blends can really support our self-care practices. Now, similarly to last week when we were talking about the emotional aromatherapy oils, and we got to understand how those 6 oil blends really provide a wide range of the full chemical profiles that we have available to us. Similarly, these 3 essential oil blends do something very similar. So again, they're very synergistic, which we talked about as well, meaning that they, the essential oils that are in here actually enhance each other's characteristics. So Anchor, which is known as the steadying blend, is really a blend of a lot of earthy oils that are quite rich and grounding, come from some of the trees and the rooted plants. Then Align, known as the centering blend, has a lot of oils from the mints and the floral family. And then Arise, which is known as the enlightening blend, has a lot of citrusy and uplifting oils in it. So again, these give you a very broad spectrum of essential oil chemistries that you can work with in very specific ways. And I also just want to bring in one other aspect as you are creating your own self-care rituals and practices, is that we've started offering on a community basis and also on individual levels these new moon gatherings. And as I've been doing these over the last several months, one of the things that I have noticed is that coming together on a monthly basis with your community and acknowledging the monthly cycles that we naturally are a part of. We all have this monthly rhythm that ebbs and flows with life's energy. And what I've found is that when we listen to these natural rhythms and allow ourselves these times of the month to rest, and then also have times of the months where we have more energy, and when we come together on a monthly basis and share with each other about what's really going on in our lives, that it provides an incredible amount of deeply nourishing connection with our community and with ourselves. And I think that in terms of our own personal care, being with our community in a way that is meaningful, in a way that honors these natural rhythms that are a part of our lives, this is a very, very important thing, and something that I just want to encourage you to do wherever you are in your own way. So if you are interested in learning more about any of these oils, you can, or the products, you can just do a Google search for the name of the oil and doTERRA PDF, and you can see all of the individual details there. Now, if you know you want to start using these oils today and you already have a wholesale account, you can order these through your loyalty rewards program and earn a percentage of your points and shipping back to be used like free money on your next order. And if you are new to doTERRA and you are already working with someone in doTERRA, that's so fantastic. I'm really excited for you, and I encourage you to reach out to them, and they can help you get whatever you need to start creating this level of personal care in your life. If you are new to doTERRA and you would like to partner with me, I would love to support you. So for you folks, please use the links that I'm going to provide in the chat function here, or be in touch with me at amy@lovetobehere.com, and I'll help you get set up right away. Now, there are currently 8 different enrollment kits here in the US, and every market around the world has different enrollment kits. So each week, I am highlighting something a little bit different. So this week, I want to show you our Diamonds kit. Now, we're talking about personal care. And if we really want to bring essential oils into our life and create a life that is naturally supported using essential oils on all of those layers, from doing your yoga, supporting your nutrition, your exercise, reducing your toxic load, having informed self-care habits, then these products in here are really going to kickstart you into making that transition in your life. So remember, there is a kit for everyone's needs. This one, what's not shown is this includes every single oil that doTERRA makes. So a few things that are here that I do want to highlight. Again, this is our Lifelong Vitality Pack in the center. Down here, this is the detox that I mentioned that I was doing. Now, this is something, again, for personal care, I highly recommend. I've done a lot of detoxes in my life, and this one is so gentle, yet so thorough. And what I love about it is that you can customize it depending on how much you change your diet and your lifestyle to receive as deep of a cleanse as you really choose. So we also, in our Corazon Healing Arts community, we offer this twice a year as a community so that you have extra support to go through this month-long process as a community and feel that level of support, which is really helpful. So we also have in here our On Guard household cleaning products and the trim shakes and the Terra greens, which we're going to talk about more in some of the weeks to come as well. So remember that these kits include your 25% wholesale discount plus extra savings. Lots of massive savings. The larger the kit you get, the greater the savings below wholesale. And this is my all-time favorite kit. And like I said, the perfect kit if you want to truly begin living the doTERRA lifestyle and using essential oils in your life on every level like we've talked about today. Now, the other kit that I absolutely love is the Natural Solutions Kit. Now, this is known as like the mini diamond kit because this has just a little bit of those different product lines that we saw in the diamond kit. So again, the toothpaste and some of the On Guard range here, and then the Lifelong Vitality Pack and the Terrazyme and PB Assist, which we'll talk about again. But these are incredibly supportive for not just our digestion and elimination, but for our overall energy and our nutrients processing in our body. And then again, starting with some of our most beautiful oils and our hair care routines comes with the fractionated coconut oil and then that Correct-X and the Deep Blue. So this is also a beautiful kit to get you started in really creating a powerful self-care practice for yourself. Now, if you are interested in buying any of these, I do have this one request, which is please don't buy doTERRA products off of Amazon. Please, I highly encourage you, work with someone. It doesn't have to be me, but let a wellness advocate like myself help educate you and hold your hand through learning how to use these valuable resources so that they really can best support you in your life. And when you do this, you not only get the support of myself or whomever wonderful person you might be working with, but you also have access to our incredible customer service, plus a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. And you also have access to the support of our amazing community of health professionals and wellness advocates within all of doTERRA, and especially my greater Team Rise community, where we have incredible naturopaths, functional doctors, acupuncturists, Chinese herbalists, psychologists, nurses, so many more. So I encourage you to allow these people to be part of your personal care journey. So I hope that you've enjoyed this overview of how you can use essential oils for your personal self-care practices. And I support you in creating daily rituals that feed your soul and your body to nourish your whole being. So here are our upcoming webinars. Please do register for these. I hope to see you there. If you do have any questions or comments about today's webinar, please send me a message, amy@lovetobehere.com. And again, if you'd like to know more about why I offer yoga and oils, please do check out my latest blog, Why Yoga and Oils. And until next time, I do really hope that you have found this helpful. I'm grateful for your attention. May you love to be here, wherever you are.